Test. 1, 2, 3. Okay, actually, I'm going to keep this in. Guys, this is what I do. Every time I start an episode, I get my mic out here, I plug it in, make sure it's recording, and I literally just say a whole bunch of bullshit. So I'm going to pause and see if it's recording well. So, hold on. Yeah, I just checked. We're good. So, we're good. So here's the thing. I completed phase 1, and I feel great about it. And I definitely have changed so many habits and have gained a lot of perspective on what it really takes. And already, after 2 days off, I'm already feeling that bitch voice loud as fuck. And what I mean is, I already had a test day today with the ice bath. I already am faced with that shit of, oh man, you don't really have to. It's all good. You can go to bed, just go to bed. Just go to bed, dude. Get some sleep, And I'm already dealing with the bitch voice, dude. It's already creeping back in there. And of course I won today. Didn't let that motherfucker win. I'm also on a streak of 33 days, I think, of the ice bath. So I can't let that die, dude. I think I'm going to make it a goal to get 100... get 100 of whatever streak it is for... Why am I losing my train of thought? Get 100 of whatever I want to do, a streak of 100. So whether that's an ice bath or working out or getting so many grams of protein or whatever, just 100. Just make that a goal, 100. So anyway. So I actually got a laundry list of things I want to talk about here, and I'm going to jump right in. So guys, I want to start actually being more intentional with the podcast and recording it. And what I mean is time-stamping the episodes and being more involved with what I'm saying when I'm saying it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So if you hear me typing throughout the episode, it's me just time-stamping the shit. And so that's all I'm doing. So as we start talking right now, I am putting the timestamp to what I'm talking about here. I got to change the window size on my fucking computer. Hold on. Put that there. Move this over here. Yep, okay. So we talked about bitch voice between this and 229. There's got to be a more efficient way to do this shit, dude. Oh, man. Okay. Well, anyway, I just want to get better at talking. Or at time-stamping what I'm talking about so you guys can easily script through and see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. Because if I'm going to have 20,000 of these episodes, then, I need to make it more organized so everybody can see what the fuck is going on and when it's going on. So, yes, I guess I'll timestamp that, right? So 229 to 309. Time-stamping. There's got to be a better way to do this, man. There's no way. This is what people do. I can't remember when I'm talking about shit and when I'm not. I don't want to scrub through and listen to my episode every time. Fuck that, dude. Okay, well, anyway. We'll figure it out. What's the test run? We'll see how it goes. But I do want to start doing that. So, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm going to put more effort into making this happen and outlining my episodes before I start talking about them. So, that way you can go back and scrub through and see and find what you want to listen to. So, that's what we're going to do. So, next topic of business here. So, speaking of which, I forgot what I talked about on episode 66 and 65, and because I'm too lazy to go back and listen to them, the title of those episodes at the moment, and of course I'm going to go back and change them, but it's LOL, don't know, better listen. And then the other one is, I don't know, better listen to the episode. And I'm going to go back. So by the time you hear this, it's going to be fixed, obviously, because this is 68, and those are 65 and 66, but they don't even have names. I'm just, it's kind of silly, I guess. So, actually, I just realized with the timestamp thing, I don't need to put an ending. I just need to put when it starts. That's all I have to do. That's all I have to do. Episode 66 and 65, no names. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't know the best way to do this. I have to segment it out. Because here's the thing. I'm not going back and editing anything or taking anything out or whatever. So, I'm not seeing or being actively engaged with recording everything, so I guess I don't really know. So I don't even know. All right, well, already off to a great start, but keeping everything in here so you know exactly where I'm at, what I'm doing, and how I'm starting with this stuff, because I think it's so valuable to see how somebody starts doing something and see the improvements they make over time. Like I've said a million times already, it'd be so sick to see how Andy started, what he thought about certain things, and then watch how his viewpoints and how his methods evolved over time into what they are now. Because right now, he's a badass motherfucker, right? It probably wasn't that way on day one, And so I'd love to be able to see that evolution. I guess I don't know how to speak. So yeah, anyway, test day. Had a test day with the ice bath, and I just didn't want to do it. I mean, I had a long day today as far as, I had an emotional day today. Went over to my dad's house today, and it was great to see him, but I'm going to leave it at that. And I came home and just a little bit drained, still had a lot to get done. It was a little bit late, and I didn't do anything. I came home, kind of ate some shit food, didn't really do much, and hung out in my room and didn't really do much. I actually went to Chipotle, got some food, and made me sick, so that's great. Then I was kind of feeling like shit and realized, I better start executing on my power list. So, then I had this feeling of just going to bed about 2 hours ago. It's 8:30 right now. 2 hours ago, I just had this thought of, just go to bed, dude. Fuck, I don't have to do all this shit anymore. If I don't do it, then I don't fail. It's fine. And then I just remembered, hey, this is actually what it takes, dude. You want this glory, you want this lifestyle, you want to achieve all these big things, you're going to have to execute when you don't want it. And you've already been doing it, so what the fuck's different? I just did phase one. Phase one, I was up an hour and a half at least every night past my bedtime, getting my tasks done, because that's what was required to win and to successfully complete the program. And now that I don't have that, I let the bitch voice creep in, and it told me, hey, you don't gotta do this, it's all good. And so I quickly realized that and said, hey, nah, here we go. And so all I did was I set a timer on my phone for 10 minutes, and I said, you know what, we're going to see how long it takes me to go out there. I want to see how long it takes me to change my clothes, go out there, get in the ice bath, come back in, take a shower, see how long 10 minutes. And 10 minutes actually put me at mid-shower. So pretty cool, because a lot of things actually I realize take a lot less time than what I think they do. For example, I used to think that cutting my nails was such a fucking chore. I thought it took 10 minutes, 20 minutes to do, but I timed myself doing it one day, not even trying to hurry, but it took me 90 seconds. And so all this time, and it's so stupid, but it's just, you just think that things take longer than they do. But I thought that this thing, clipped my fingernails, my toenails, whatever, I thought it just took 20 minutes. I was just like, oh, such a fucking long thing. But it took me 90 seconds to do my hands, and then I think 2 minutes to do my feet. And I always think it's kind of gross to talk about that shit. Just, it's cringy, dude. I was just nasty, dude. But yeah, it took me less than 5 minutes. But in my head, it took me 20 minutes. So you never know how long something takes. So I wanted to see how long all this thing took me, because I was like, it's going to take so long. But I mean, we're talking 5 minutes in the ice bath. The fuck you mean, bro? Bitch voice was strong, man. And yeah, so I didn't let that win. I said, you know what, here we go. We're going to go take an ice bath. And I did. And I won. And as soon as I got in, I thought, yeah, I fucking own this town, because nobody else is doing this shit, bro. And so I felt really good about it. So thank goodness that I did. Thank goodness that I got in there, because it's just a reminder of what it takes. This is what it takes. If I want all the glory, if I want the Lamborghini, if I want the business, if I want all this, I'm going to have to do the shit that I don't want to do repeatedly, day after day, over time, for long periods of time, over the long haul. And never stop, never waver, never compromise, never substitute anything for anything. Just commit to the shit, do it, get in, get out, early in, early out, everything. And I did that. And because of that, my streak lives on. I'm on day 33 of the ice baths. And the goal is 100. I'm not going to stop at 100. But the goal is 100, and we're going to focus on 100. We're going to get there, and kind of like the whole podcast thing. Right now we're on episode 68. It's fucking crazy. Almost in the 70s. It's pretty cool. So, anyway, bitch voice was creeping in, and I didn't like that, so started executing. Matter of fact, the top thing I have a quote. Let's find this real quick. I have a quote on the top of my supplement documentation, my whole business. It says, Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. And that's from Dale Carnegie. What that means, obviously, is just to get busy. If you're sitting there, you're not doing shit, then fear will sink in fear will set in and make you feel like you're not. It'll just create anxiety and stress and frustration or whatever. So you want to get rid of that. Just start acting. Putting in work, executing. And so I guess I have to timestamp that. Maybe I'm timestamping too much. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I'm figuring it out, man. Episode 68 is the timestamp episode. So anyway, Christmas is great, guys. I mean, yesterday was Christmas. Obviously, today's December 26th. It's 8:28 p.m. It's Tuesday, 2023. You just got to put the date in there. And so, yeah, Christmas was great, dude. I had a really good time with everybody. It was nice to see everybody. It's nice to spend time with everybody and laugh and have jokes and stuff. And there's something I want to share. So my family does this thing. We started doing it 3 or 4 years ago, where all the adults, so there's a shit ton of kids in the family, so all the adults 18 and above, my grandma provides a sock, a little cheap old sock from the store, and everybody brings something that's $1, and there's 12 adults that are participating, and everybody brings one thing for every sock. So we bring 12 of the same thing, and we fill the socks. And about midway through the day, we get the socks out, and everybody goes through them, and we see what everybody brought. We see little things, little trinkets, maybe it's a Jolly Rancher, maybe it's a little stick figure, maybe it's a drink, maybe it is some kind of plastic figurine or something. Just fun, fancy, or not fancy. Well, I guess, yeah. Just fun little small shit that, just to replicate a sock for Christmas. Just a small thing that's full of knickknacks and little bullshit. And the limit, there's no... We don't have a limit, but it's unofficially $1. Because if you're buying for 12 people, if something that costs $10, you're buying 10 of those, it's $120. It's kind of expensive. And especially when you got everything else you're buying for and all the shit. So I think the unofficial limit, is $1. You just go to the dollar store, find some shit. And so we did that. And it's so much fun. And we do that. We've done that every year for the last 3 or 4 years now. And I love it. And I guess some people don't. They want to change it up and do something different, which is fine. But I really like this tradition. And I've talked about this before, actually, now that I think about it. But the limit's $1. And I would love, more than anything, to give everybody a $100 gift card to somewhere. Because it's going to be unsuspecting. Nobody's going to know it's going to be $100. Nobody's going to expect it at all. They're going to think it's just going to think it's a gag. But they're going to quickly realize that it's not a gag, it's real. And everyone gets $100. And so if that's 12 people, I think it's going to be 13 next year. That's $1,300 I got to come up with. And yeah, that's a lot of money. And that kind of sucks, because $1,300 divided by 13 people, obviously, it's $100. But that's a goal of mine. I would love to do that. I would love to be able to accomplish that and give that to everybody and just kind of show my appreciation for everybody, because I'd love to give. I love that shit. I'd love to see their faces when they realize it's real and they got $100. And I want to put a note. This is part of the goal. So first part of the goal is to say, here's $100. It's been a very big goal of mine to be able to do this. The goal for the upcoming years, I don't know, I have to specify, is to add a 0 to this amount. And so that would mean 1,000. So everybody gets $1,000. And that's the goal, dude. Can you imagine that? Everybody's bringing things that are $1, and I'm able and willing and have the ability to provide everybody with $1,000. You know how sick that is, dude? I would love to be able to do that. And so that's what I want to do. So the goal for next Christmas, is to give everybody a $100 gift card. So I think I'll have to save up $1,300 and then do that. And we'll go to Smith's, Kroger, Fry's, whatever you know it as, get a shit ton of fuel points and fill up on gas. So I don't know. But that's a big goal of mine. I just wanted to share that, put it in recording, document it so it's out there, and it's in tangible form here. You can listen to it. So December 26th, 8:32 p.m. 2023. I said that shit. So it's a big goal of mine. So another thing I did today, use the power list. I used the power list today, and my power list tasks for the day were, and here's the thing. So part of my year 95, right, is to do a workout for at least 20 minutes. And part of my power list today was run 15 minutes and then do an ice bath. That was one. But I didn't do the running part. I just did the ice bath. And call me bitch, I guess. Maybe I bitched out. I don't feel it in my heart that I did. I feel like I worked out, and that counts. So other one was read 10 pages. And I'm not going to lie, I definitely did not do that one today. I don't want to do that tonight. And I think the streak died a couple days ago. But I would like to go to bed on time and not start this domino effect bullshit. So I guess I don't know how to decipher if you win the day or lose the day. Because if you do 19 things correctly but only fail one thing, I don't think you lose the day. You definitely didn't win it 100%. But I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know. You're not striving for perfection. You're striving to be better. So maybe you just need to be at least above 80%. I don't really know yet. I don't know how to figure that out. But read 10 pages, ice bath. Other one was finalize the final rough draft, if that even makes sense, for my pre-workout. And I did that. So I finalized it, kind of went through the ingredients that I've researched a little bit, put the ones that I thought were maybes, put them in the formula, and I sent an email to the supplement manufacturer. I said, hey, I'm really close to a final supplementation formula. I'd like to get a quote for this. And I asked if they had any affiliation or any recommendations to get a third-party potency test just for label claims, and to further prove that I take the transparency and the integrity seriously. I want you guys to know that you're getting what's proclaimed on the label and nothing more or less. That's very important. And also, it's good for marketing if I can say it's third-party tested. So that's, but I'm not necessarily doing it for that. I want to prove that whatever's in there is what's in there. Nothing more, nothing less. So that's the goal with that. But anyway, that was part of it. And then the other one was go see my dad, spend Christmas with him, talk with him. That was a big one because I haven't done that in forever, and it was much needed. And so I did that, and it felt good, got that accomplished. And then I had one more. I can't remember what it was. Let's see. Let's pull it up here. Oh, and then clean up my entire room, put all my Christmas shit away, organize my room, move all my shit around to make room for everything, and get organized so I don't have to worry about this mess. And shit like that takes me forever, dude. I always put it off and put it off and put it off. My room gets not messy, but just I have stacks of shit, so it's an organized messy. I didn't want to let that happen again, so I got organized. And that was part of the power list. And for me, that is part of me moving forward in life, because if my room's a shithole and everything's everywhere and all my stuff is not put away, it kind of just it leaks into productivity elsewhere, because I'll be sitting there reading or something, and I'm like, oh, I should probably clean that up. So I put my book down and I go and clean this up. And then I come back down and start reading. I'm like, oh, man, that's got to be shitty too. Or that's kind of looking shitty too. I better clean that up. And then I go over and clean it up, and then I'm just getting distracted, and then before you know it, I'm playing with Christmas toys or whatever the fuck, and it's just not. So that was important for me to get done ASAP, and so I did. So now my room's spick and span. All my shit's put away, and I'm feeling good. And then the other thing I did was, so the formula, read 10 pages, ice bath, see dad, clean room. So I did everything except the read, and I have time to do it still, I guess technically, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to bed. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to get my clothes laid out and get going my fucking ass to bed, because I'm tired of shit. Alright, so whole point of that was I did the power list, and I'm feeling good about it, and I'm excited to implement that tomorrow, because it's going to be a new set of things tomorrow. Because seeing my dad, I'm not going to see my dad tomorrow. Clean my room, already cleaned it. Look at the formula again and confirm a final rough draft. Already did that. So the only two things that I could put on there again would be ice bath and 10 pages. So the 10 pages is going. Let's set up power list for tomorrow. Let's do that live right now. So power list, 12/27, 223. Actually, let's put this at the top here. Let's go ahead, put that there. I got my notes app open. That's all I'm doing. I'm using my keyboard and mouse, or I'm using my laptop, but you can whip out your phone and do exactly what I'm doing. So tomorrow we're going to read 10 pages. What else we're going to do? We're going to do ice bath. What do we need to get done tomorrow? tomorrow, see, what do we need to get done? What do we have to get done tomorrow? We need to email supplement manufacturer formula and get updated quote, as well as ask about listing transparent amounts of each ingredient listed in ingredients, meaning all the artificial flavors or the natural flavors. I don't want to do artificial. All the natural flavors, all the, what's it called? Citric acid. Yeah, I think it's citric acid, malic acid. Yeah, I think it's citric. Can't remember, dude. And then as well as maybe the sweetener or the whatever it is. I just want it to be, when you see the ingredient label on the very bottom of what's in there, it'll say wheat, soy, milk, peppers, whatever it is. I want to have the percentages and amounts of that there too, so it's completely open and transparent. You can see everything. So we're going to do that. What else are we going to do? I'm going to correct these because I can't spell. What else do we need to do tomorrow to move ourselves forward in the right direction? So we have read, ice bath, email the supplement manufacturer. And then we need to, we got to get my phone. So I bought a new phone. I got to get that shit sent back ASAP because I'm going to get charged late fees and shit like that or whatever. I want to get hit with that. I need to get that taken care of so I don't have to worry about it. So take care of phone and get that sent back so that credit can be applied to my account with no late fees or hit to my account standing. That's very important because I'd like to keep my phone. I need my phone to move forward. So we'll do that. And then one more thing that's going to move me forward in life to get me going. I think that would have to be, what do we need to do tomorrow? Record this podcast, but I'm already committed to that, so that wouldn't be a powerless thing. I'm going to do it. I don't need to write it down. I'm going to do it. I think tomorrow would be, so what we're going to do is we're going to solidify workout program and find a program to follow and commit to it. So we're going to find a workout program. We're going to commit to it. And we're going to put it in my phone, take photos, whatever I got to do to keep it in there so I have something to follow. And then that's what we're going to do. So tomorrow, power list for me is read 10 pages, take an ice bath, email the supplement manufacturer formula, and get updated quote, as well as ask about listing transparent amounts of each ingredient listed in each ingredient. We're going to add and follow up with potency test third party. Take care of phone and get that sent back to the credit, so the credit can be applied to my account with no late fees or hit to my account standing. And solidify workout program, find a program to follow and commit to it. So that's my power list for tomorrow, and so that's what we're going to do. And I'm not going to talk about that anymore because I talked about that for almost 10 goddamn minutes. So that's the power list, and I am using that. It feels good to get that shit accomplished, and I'm feeling good about it, so that's what we're going to do. So that was the power list, guys. Next thing I want to talk about is how I'm... Well, one more thing. So with the Year 95 program that I'm going to be starting officially on January 1st, I guess. Right now, I'm starting it now already. I'm already doing it. But I guess you could call it a test run to see how things run, see if I can change anything, or to see how I can further make things, I don't know, because I would love to put this out there for people to plug and play their own shit. But, I mean, that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to make it fit for me. So I'm just taking this last week of the year because we have officially, let's check the day here. After today is over, we have 5 days left of 2023. So I'm going to take those 5 days, learn from them, utilize them, so that when January 1st comes around, we are off to a much better start. And so I'm not waiting to start. I'm starting now. I'm already doing it. And I'm test driving it to make sure that everything is all right. So I started already and feeling good. I think that's my new philosophy, dude. I feel really passionate about that. I think we should all just start whatever we want to do and start it now, because waiting is so silly for so many reasons. You're not even promised tomorrow. And we just think we are, But anyway, that's whole other. So yeah, taking this last week of the year and I'm making it my bitch and doing what I can to learn and implement it for New Year. So anyway, that's that. So I've been using this app. It's called Habitify, and there's a lot good with it. There's also a lot of things I'd like to change. And so I found this app. It's called Daily Habits, and I reached out and I said, hey, is this going to be, I just had an idea for a feature. I said, hey, is this going to be a new feature? I plan on having 30 things on there because I got a lot going on. It would be great if we had this feature. And the guy responded, and he told me not to say anything, so I won't, out of respect for him, but he was able to he was able to do something very kind for me, and it made me extremely grateful that I came in contact with this developer. And basically all he did was allow me to use certain features of the app and test them out and see how I like them before choosing or not choosing to commit to a year-long program or something like that, or a month or whatever. And so it was cool because I got to try some stuff out, and I love the app, and it's very user-friendly, and it's very simplistic, and it's very visually appealing. There are some features that are still missing, but I just want to find an app that can track all my shit and show me the streaks, show me the statistics of my production and execution, and if possible, show a way that I can share it. And this checks off all the boxes. And there's just, maybe I'm too picky, but there are still certain things that I would want to change or make my own, and that makes me want to learn coding so I can make my own, but much easier to have somebody else do it because these guys are pros. This guy's also a solo developer. Well, he has been, and I guess he just barely hired a new team, but that makes me want to purchase the app even more and support the app even more because he's solo. Dude, that's badass. Man has a dream. He's got hustle. He's got ambition. He's doing it all by himself. That's awesome. And so, matter of respect to anybody who does that shit. It's fucking awesome. So that's who I want to support. Even if the app is not as good as other ones, this guy's solo. This guy's got a dream. I want to support that. It's fucking awesome. And so anyway, I've been using that app for a little bit. I'm trying to test that app out as well because it's visually much more appealing and you can share shit, and I would love to be able to track it on there. So I'm using that. I'm going to test it out last week of the year, see how it goes, see how it is. I've tested out so many other apps, and a lot of them are just such asshole. And so we're going to run with that and see how it goes. So a couple more things I want to talk about here. So I'm still late for bed. Today I didn't have any, I guess, real obligation to do anything. I didn't have to do shit, and yet I'm still doing it. I'm still late for bed. It's 8:45, and I need to go to bed 45 minutes ago. And that's frustrating because I had all the time in the world today to get this podcast done. But I didn't, and here we are again. And so there's proof right there. It's not about what I'm doing. It's about my commitment and time management skills, which are evidently dog shit. And so we got to work on getting those better. And so that's what we'll do, I guess. So I've actually kind of worked out a system here. I'm going to talk about it real quick. What I'm doing, so I wrote a whole laundry list of shit that I wanted to talk about, and I'm hitting everything that I want to talk about pretty quickly, and it's so great. I feel good about it. Everything's organized. And so as I'm going, I'm typing the time that I start talking about the thing. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just typing the thing, starting the time that I'm talking about the thing that I'm talking about. And that way I don't have to figure out when I start, when I stop, what I talked about. I'm just typing the time that I start talking about each point that I wanted to talk about before I started recording. And so that's kind of the system that I'm rolling with. So that's that. So anyway, time management skills suck. Need to improve. Last thing I want to talk about is getting myself... last thing I want to talk about is getting myself some kind of morning routine, even on the days that I don't work FedEx. By the way, I don't work FedEx on Sundays anymore, so I'm going to have a day off during the week again, which will be nice too for productivity. But when I wake up for FedEx, I wake up 2 hours or 3 hours before I even hit the gym. So I have all that time in the morning to get my morning shit done, to read, to do gratitude, to whatever. And I feel good. I get a lot of shit done in the morning. But with during the week with base, I don't do shit. I wake up and immediately get out of bed and start getting shit done relating to getting to work and then to the gym. but I don't do anything for myself. I don't stretch. I don't read. I don't visualize. I don't sit at my computer and map out my day. I don't do any of that. And so I think I need to do that. So I need to wake up at 2 instead of 3. So that means I need to go to bed at 7, not 8. Which, if that's the case, 2 hours late for bedtime. But having that extra hour in the morning so what I would do would be read, get my mind right, do some stretching. So we're at 40 minutes. And then for the last 20 minutes, maybe sit on my laptop. I think I wrote this out somewhere. Sit on my laptop, get my power list plan for the day. Maybe that'll be part of the podcast moving forward since it's a daily documentation. Maybe, you know what, that's actually a good idea. I think we're going to implement that. We're going to do the power list live every day so you guys know what I'm doing. Dude, that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah, power list. We're going to do power list live every day so you know exactly what my goals are, what I'm going to work on, what I'm trying to focus. That's exactly what we're going to do. Power list every day during podcast episode. Yeah, we just figured it out. So that's 100% implemented. And so, so anyway, I just need a morning routine on every single day. I also need a nighttime routine too. But the idea of going to bed at 7, man, sucks. It means I got to get ready for bed at 6:30. So right now it's fine because it's dark at 6:30. But during the summer, dude, the sun's still wide up, dude. Wide awake. It's 6:30 p.m. Sun sets damn near 10 p.m. in the summer here, dude. It's crazy. And so, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. I shouldn't stress about this shit if it's not happening yet. All right, well, anyway. So, guys, I just want to say real quick, I feel like this podcast was a massive success. I feel like this episode was a lot more organized. I got a lot done. I got all the timestamps of all the shit that I'm talking about. And we made some progress with the power list. We made some progress in year... Dude, I feel really good about this. We made some progress in year 95. Got the timestamps going. Got notes here of what I talked about, so I don't have to half-ass a description for the podcast episode. Yeah, this is great. This is a huge win. Huge win for this episode. Okay, so what are we going to name the episode? What are we going to name this episode? So we talked about habit tracking, made for time management. So we're going to management, power list, time stamping. So I don't really have a method for naming episodes, but it's just I want to put the 3 main things I talked about, and it seems like time management, the power list, and then time stamping was the thing that we talked about most. So episode 68 was time management, power list, time stamping. I'm going to change that around. Time management, I guess I'm screaming. Caps lock is on. Time stamping, power list. Time management, time stamping, and the power list. Yep. Okay, what the fuck is going on here? Let's go ahead and get rid of this bullshit here. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Get rid of my heading. Okay, this doesn't need to be in the goddamn episode, but whatever. Holy shit, can we just fucking get rid of that? Goddamn. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get... Alright, we'll go ahead and end the show here, because I'm just getting pissed off with this. So that's it, guys. Episode. Okay, so we're still a little bit spacey, I just realized, with getting everything listed. But today, this is a huge win for the show. I don't give a fuck what you guys think. That's it. That's the show. I feel like this is a huge win. Episode 68 was probably the most organized, most successful, most productive, most progress made in one episode we've had so far. So that's fucking awesome. So anyway, that's that. Tomorrow we're going to execute. I'll report back on the power list tomorrow, and we'll figure that out, and then we'll go through. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. It's fucking awesome. I feel good about this. All right. Thank you guys for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.